5 ancient books that can change history as we know it. If you're like most people, your knowledge of history comes from what you learn in school and from watching movies. But what if everything you know is wrong? What if there are ancient texts that contain lost knowledge that could change everything we thought we knew about the past? In this video, we take a look at 5 ancient books that could rewrite history. So sit back, relax, and get ready to have your mind blown. At number 5, we have the Histories. One of the first and best examples of what we know now as narrative history is found in Herodotus Histories. The 9 volumes that make up the Histories provide a wealth of information about the ancient world. Herodotus is one of the few sources from this era that provides such extensive detail, and he is noted for his vivid descriptions of people, places, and events. The majority of other texts from this time period are dry, lacking in imagery, and limited to strictly factual information like names, numbers, and dates. His capacity to accurately depict what he was seeing sets him apart from his contemporaries and provides a superb example of contemporary imagery-based writing in a time when it was very rare. Herodotus mentions a variety of topics. He discusses significant events like the Marathon battle and Darius's demise. He provides in-depth illustrations of anything from castles and boats to animals and clothing. While practically every facet of the globe at this time is covered in the Histories, the Greco-Persian Wars, which affected this area for decades, get a lot of attention. At number 4, we have the Annals. The extensive book, The Annals, by Tacitus, chronicles the history of the Roman Empire in the 1st century of the Common Era. It was divided into more than 30 books and covered every Roman emperor and their reigns, beginning with Tiberius in the year 14 and continuing through Nero's in the year 68. Being able to study a thorough history of the 1st century, one of history's most crucial time periods, is crucial and enlightening. Jesus Christ was born, lived his ministry, and died during the 1st century. The Pax Romana, at its core, was what allowed the Roman Empire to flourish culturally. Some of the most well-known individuals from this era in Roman history are covered by Tacitus, including Jesus, Caligula, Nero, King Herod, Pontius Pilate, and others. Even though his efforts are unfinished and have been lost to time, the material that has survived is still one of the finest sources of knowledge about this important moment in history. Moving forward to number 3, we have Kojiki. The 8th century Kojiki is a comprehensive book that includes myths, songs, stories, genealogy, religious doctrine, regional customs, and more. It includes the establishment of the royal dynasty, superstitions and beliefs that would later form the bias of the Shinto faith. The tales of great heroes. It is largely regarded as the earliest book of its sort to originate from Japan. One of the world's most distinctive and fascinating cultural histories is that of Japan. This is mostly because Japan has spent so much of its existence as an isolated society. At number 2, we have the Iliad. One of the earliest known works of literature is the Iliad. It narrates the story of the conclusion of a protracted 10-year war between the rulers of Troy and the inhabitants of neighboring Mycenaean cities. The book has more than 15,000 lines of text and is written in ancient poetry. The Iliad includes a wide range of topics, such as classical Greek battles, the legendary city of Troy, Greek gods and goddesses, and legendary heroes who straddled the gods and human divide. The Odyssey, its follow-up, complements it nicely, and the two combined provide us with some of the most well-known myths about this era. The Achilles heel, Helen, the Cyclops, hapless gods, witches, and more. The Bhagavad Gita is the number 1 ancient book. An ancient sacred scripture that serves as the basis for Hinduism is the Bhagavad Gita. Hinduism is one of the biggest and oldest faiths in the world, although Westerners seldom ever examine its tenets and myths. The Bhagavad Gita, which is portrayed as a debate between gods and humans discussing significant moral dilemmas, provides a simple approach to engaging with ancient Hinduism. Since the Bhagavad Gita is didactic in character and is filled with many moral maxims that are simple to believe in and simple to remember, modern readers might learn a lot from it. This brings us to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also click on the notification bell to get notified every time we upload a new video.